Hey Taurus, I need to sit down with you for this one because what I am seeing in these cards right now is something that I know is going to resonate deeply with so many of you. This reading, this particular spread that came through for you, it is one of those moments where the universe is really trying to communicate something important. So grab your coffee, get comfortable, and let me walk you through what I am seeing here, because this is about someone from your past, someone who you probably thought had moved on completely, and they are coming back with words that you might not be fully prepared to hear. Let me start by saying that the energy around this reading is complex. It is not just about romance in the traditional sense. It is about unfinished business. It is about emotional closure that never quite happened. And it is about someone who has been doing a lot of internal work and reflection. The cards are showing me that this person has been in a period of serious contemplation about what they lost when they lost you, and they are reaching a point where they cannot keep silent anymore. So the first card that came through for me when I asked about this situation is the Nine of Wands. Now, when I pulled this card, I immediately felt the energy of someone who has been through battles, someone who has been defending themselves emotionally for a long time. This card represents weariness, but also resilience. Think about what the Nine of Wands actually shows us. In traditional tarot imagery, you have got this figure who is standing there with their wand, looking tired, looking like they have been through some things, but they are still standing. They have got 8 other wands behind them, like a fence or a barrier they have built up. And Taurus, this is describing both you and this person who is coming forward. Let me explain what I mean by that. You have been through something with this person. Maybe it was a relationship that ended badly. Maybe there were misunderstandings. Maybe there were arguments or betrayals, or just a slow fade that left you feeling confused and hurt. And because of that experience, you built up your defenses. You are the Nine of Wands energy right now. You are standing there with your guard up, and honestly, you have every right to be protective of your heart. You have been hurt before, and you learned from that experience. You learned that you need to protect yourself first. But here is where it gets interesting. This person who is reaching out to you, they are also carrying Nine of Wands energy. They have been defensive too. They have been protecting themselves from vulnerability, from admitting they made a mistake, from facing the truth about their feelings. And what this card is telling me is that both of you have been in this standoff position where you are both wounded, both defensive, both scared to make the first move towards reconciliation or even just honest communication. The Nine of Wands is a card of perseverance and courage despite exhaustion. And what I am picking up from the energy around this card is that this person has reached a breaking point with their own defensiveness. They are tired of pretending they do not care. They are tired of maintaining these walls. They have been fighting an internal battle about whether to reach out to you, and they have finally decided that the risk of vulnerability is worth it, because not saying anything, not trying to reconnect with you, that feels worse to them now than the possibility of rejection. I want you to really sit with this energy for a moment because it is important. The Nine of Wands tells me that when this person reaches out, they are not coming from a place of casual interest or boredom or just wanting attention. They are coming from a place of genuine emotional exhaustion with the separation. They have been carrying the weight of unsaid words for too long, and they are ready to put down that burden, even if it means risking getting hurt again. Now, moving forward in this reading, the next card that appeared is the Page of Swords. And oh my goodness, this card is so specific about what is coming. The Page of Swords is all about messages, communication, and new information coming to light. When I see this card in a reading about someone from the past reaching out, it is almost always literal. This is someone who is going to send you a message, make a phone call, or find some way to communicate with you directly. But let me tell you what makes the Page of Swords different from other communication cards. This is not smooth, practiced communication. The Page of Swords is young energy. It is nervous energy. It is someone who has something important to say, but they are not quite sure how to say it perfectly. Think about a page in the tarot court cards. They are the youngest, the least experienced, the ones who are still learning. So this person, even though they might be an adult, even though they might usually be confident, when it comes to communicating with you about their feelings, they are going to have this quality of uncertainty and nervousness. What I am seeing with the Page of Swords is that this message is going to come somewhat unexpectedly. You might not be expecting to hear from this person at all. Maybe you have accepted that the connection is over. Maybe you have moved on emotionally, or at least you think you have. And then suddenly you are going to see their name pop up on your phone, or you are going to receive a message request, or maybe even a letter or email. The Page of Swords suggests written or verbal communication, so it could come through any of these channels. And here is what is really interesting about this card in this position. The sword suit is associated with the element of air, which rules thought, logic, and communication. But it is also associated with anxiety and overthinking. So what I am picking up is that before this person reaches out to you, they are going to overthink it extensively. They are going to draft messages and delete them. They are going to rehearse what they want to say to you. They might even reach out and then pull back at the last minute a few times before they actually go through with it. The Page of Swords energy is choppy like that. It is not smooth and confident. It is fits and starts. It is nervousness and second guessing. But ultimately, this message is going to come through. The card appeared in your reading, which means this communication is making its way to you, and when it arrives, it is going to be honest. That is another thing about the sword suit. It cuts through pretense. This person is not going to send you some casual, "Hey, how are you doing?" message. They are going to be direct about their feelings and their intentions, even if the delivery is a bit awkward or uncertain. Now let me pull us deeper into this story, because the next card that came through is the Devil. And I know that when people see this card, they sometimes get worried or they think it means something negative is happening. But I want you to hear me out on this, because the Devil card in this context is actually revealing something really important about the nature of the connection between you and this person. The Devil card represents attachments, obsessions, bondage, and things that we cannot seem to let go of, even when we know we probably should. It is about those connections that have a magnetic pull to them, those relationships where there is intense chemistry or passion, or just this feeling that you are drawn to each other in a way that defies logic. And Taurus, what this card is telling me is that this person has not been able to let you go. They have been trying. They might have even convinced themselves at times that they were over it, that they had moved on. But the Devil card shows me that underneath all of that, they have been bound to thoughts of you. This card is often depicted with two figures chained to a pedestal where a devil figure sits. But if you look closely at traditional depictions of this card, the chains around the figures are loose. They could step out of them if they chose to. And that is the key message here. This person has been choosing to stay mentally and emotionally attached to you. They have been choosing to keep thinking about you, remembering you, fantasizing about what could have been or what might still be possible between you. The Devil also represents temptation and forbidden fruit energy. There might be something about this connection that feels like it should not be happening, or that is complicated in some way. Maybe one or both of you is in another relationship now. Maybe there are external circumstances that make this reunion difficult or inadvisable. Maybe there is history between you that friends or family have advised you both to leave in the past. But the Devil card says that despite all of that, despite all the logical reasons why this person should leave you alone and move on, they cannot. The pull is too strong. What I am also picking up from the Devil card is that there has been a lot of desire here. And I am not just talking about physical desire, although that is certainly part of it for some of you. I am talking about the desire to be understood by you, to be seen by you, to have your attention and your energy in their life again. This person has been craving your presence. They have been comparing other people to you and finding everyone else lacking. They have been stuck in this pattern of obsessive thinking about you, where they replay conversations you had, they remember specific moments you shared, they wonder what you are doing and who you are with, and whether you ever think about them too. Now, the Devil card can sometimes indicate unhealthy attachment patterns, and I do want to acknowledge that. If this was a toxic relationship, or if this person treated you badly in the past, the Devil card could be a warning that they have not actually changed, that they are still operating from the same dysfunctional patterns, and that reconnecting with them might pull you back into something that is not good for you. So I want you to use your own discernment here. The cards are showing me what is happening energetically and what this person is feeling. But you are the only one who can decide what is best for you and whether this person deserves another chance. For those of you where this was a genuine connection that just had bad timing or miscommunication or external circumstances that pulled you apart, the Devil card is showing me that the chemistry and the bond between you has not faded at all. In fact, the separation might have actually intensified it because absence makes the heart grow fonder, as they say. And the Devil card is all about that intense, almost compulsive attraction. Let me move forward now to the next card because the story continues to unfold here. The Tower card appeared, and I have got to be honest with you. The Tower is one of those cards that makes people nervous when they see it in a reading. It is a card of sudden change, upheaval, destruction of false structures, and revelation of truth. In the traditional imagery, you see a tower being struck by lightning and people falling from it. It looks dramatic and scary. But in the context of this reading, the tower is actually a necessary and ultimately positive energy, even though it might feel shocking or disruptive when it happens. So what is the tower representing here? I am seeing this card as the moment when this person breaks through their own denial and the false narratives they have been telling themselves. Remember that card we talked about earlier, the Devil, with its theme of bondage and chains? Well, the tower is what happens when someone finally cannot take being chained anymore, and they break free dramatically. This is the lightning bolt moment of clarity where this person suddenly sees the truth about their feelings for you and they cannot pretend anymore. The tower represents a breakdown of ego and pretense. This person might have been telling themselves stories like I am fine without them, or they were not that important to me, or I made the right choice, or it is better this way. They might have been building up this whole mental structure to justify why the separation happened and why it was for the best. But the Tower card comes in and destroys all of those justifications in a sudden moment of truth. Maybe they saw something that reminded them of you. Maybe they had a dream about you. Maybe they were in another relationship and suddenly realized they were just trying to replace what they had with you and it was not working. Whatever the catalyst, the tower represents that moment where everything becomes crystal clear and they can no longer lie to themselves about what they feel. What I love about the tower in this reading is that it represents truth finally coming to light. And when this person reaches out to you with those words, I still love you and we need to talk, it is going to be coming from this place of tower energy where they have just gone through this internal revolution and they are speaking from a place of raw honesty. They are not going to be playing games or trying to manipulate you. They are going to be shaken by their own realization and they are going to communicate with you from that vulnerable, truthful space. The tower also suggests that their reaching out to you might come at an unexpected time. Tower moments are sudden by nature. You are not going to get a lot of warning. One day you will be going about your life thinking this person is completely in your past. And then boom, there is the message, there is the call, there is the confession. It is going to feel sudden and maybe even shocking to you because you were not anticipating it. Now, I also want to acknowledge that the tower can feel unsettling for you as well. Even if you have feelings for this person, even if part of you has been hoping they would reach out, when it actually happens, it might rock your world a bit. You have built your own tower of assumptions and expectations about your future, and this person coming back into the picture is going to require you to reevaluate some things. It might bring up old emotions you thought you had processed. It might complicate current situations in your life. The tower is disruptive by nature, so be prepared for this contact to stir things up emotionally, even if it is ultimately what you wanted. Let me continue with the next card that appeared because we are building a complete picture here. The Six of Cups came through, and this card just brings such a specific energy to this reading. The Six of Cups is all about nostalgia, past connections, childhood innocence, and return of people from the past. This card is literally showing me that this person who is reaching out to you is someone from your history, which aligns perfectly with everything else we have been seeing. But the Six of Cups goes deeper than just indicating someone from the past. This card has this quality of sweet nostalgia and longing for simpler times. When I look at the traditional imagery of this card, I see two figures, often children, and one is offering the other a cup filled with flowers. It is such a tender, innocent image. And what this is telling me is that this person is not just missing you in a general sense. They are missing specific things about your connection. They are missing the way you made them feel. They are missing the moments of joy and simplicity you shared. They are missing the version of themselves that existed when they were with you. The Six of Cups suggests that this person has been spending a lot of time in memories. They have been looking back at photos, or rereading old messages, or visiting places that remind them of you. They have been in this nostalgic space where the past looks better than the present, where their time with you has taken on this golden glow in their memory. And this is part of what is driving them to reach out. They want to recapture that feeling. They want to return to what they had with you. Now, I want to be real with you about the Six of Cups, because while it is generally a positive card about happy memories and reunions, it can also indicate someone who is idealizing the past or looking at it through rose-colored glasses. So when this person reaches out to you saying, "I still love you, we need to talk," part of what you need to evaluate is whether they are in love with the real you or whether they are in love with their memory of you and your relationship. Have they grown since you were together? Have they addressed whatever issues caused the separation in the first place? Or are they just feeling lonely or nostalgic and reaching out because they are romanticizing what you had? The Six of Cups can represent genuine second chances and beautiful reunions, but it can also represent people who want to go backwards instead of forwards. So this is something for you to pay attention to when this person makes contact. Listen carefully to what they say. Are they taking accountability for past mistakes? Are they showing evidence of growth and change? Are they offering you something real and substantial for the future? Or are they just wrapped up in nostalgia and wanting to relive old times without actually being ready to build something new? For many of you, though, I am feeling that this Six of Cups is positive. I am seeing that there was genuine love and happiness in this connection, and that both of you have grown since the separation. Sometimes people need time apart to appreciate what they had and to become the version of themselves that can actually sustain a healthy relationship. The Six of Cups can represent that kind of reunion where both people come back together with more maturity and more appreciation for what they share. The next card in this reading is the Queen of Swords, and this is where I want to talk to you, specifically Taurus. The Queen of Swords represents clear thinking, emotional boundaries, direct communication, and the ability to cut through nonsense and see situations as they really are. This card is appearing here as guidance for you about how to handle the situation when this person reaches out. The Queen of Swords is one of my favorite cards in the deck because she represents someone who has been through emotional challenges and has come out the other side with wisdom and clarity. She is not cold or heartless, despite what some people think about the Swords Court. She has a huge heart, actually, but she has learned through experience that she needs to protect that heart with good boundaries and honest communication. She does not play games. She does not tolerate manipulation. She speaks her truth clearly, and she expects others to do the same. Taurus, the Queen of Swords, is telling you that when this person contacts you with their declaration of love and their need to talk, you need to embody this Queen of Swords energy. What does that mean practically? It means you do not have to respond immediately just because someone finally decided they are ready to talk. It means you get to take your time and think about what you actually want, not just react emotionally to their sudden confession. It means you get to ask direct questions and expect honest answers. It means you do not have to settle for vague promises or pretty words without substance. The Queen of Swords is advising you to use your intellect alongside your emotions when dealing with this situation. Yes, there might be feelings involved. Yes, there is history and nostalgia and all of those Six of Cups vibes we talked about. But you also need to think logically about whether reconnecting with this person serves your highest good. You need to evaluate their actions, not just their words. You need to consider the patterns of the past and whether you see genuine evidence of change. This card is also telling me that you have grown during your time apart from this person. You are not the same person you were when you were together before. You have gained clarity about yourself, about your needs, about what you will and will not tolerate in relationships. The Queen of Swords represents that maturity and wisdom you have gained. And this reading is reminding you not to abandon that wisdom just because someone from your past shows up with emotional declarations. The Queen of Swords energy is also about clear communication. So this card is encouraging you to be direct with this person when they reach out. If you have questions, ask them. If you have concerns, voice them. If there are things you need them to understand about how their past actions affected you, tell them clearly. Do not hint around things or hope they will figure it out. The Queen of Swords says what needs to be said in a way that is honest but not cruel. She does not attack, but she also does not sugarcoat. Let me also say that the Queen of Swords can indicate that you might need to have some difficult conversations if you do decide to reconnect with this person. This card suggests that real, meaningful communication is necessary, not just superficial. I miss you type exchanges. If this relationship is going to be revived, it needs to be built on a foundation of truth and mutual understanding, and the Queen of Swords is the energy that creates that foundation through brave, honest dialogue. Moving deeper into this reading, the next card that appeared is the Lovers. And could there be a more direct card about romantic connection and choices? The Lovers card is obviously associated with love and partnership, but it is also fundamentally about choices, alignment, and coming together in authentic union. And in this reading, the Lovers is showing me that there is a genuine soul connection between you and this person that is trying to reach out to you. When I pulled the Lovers in this position, I felt this sense of meant to be energy, not in a you do not have free will kind of way, but in a there is something significant about this connection that transcends normal relationship dynamics kind of way. The Lovers represents that feeling when you meet someone and it just clicks on multiple levels: mind, body, heart, spirit. It represents partnerships where both people bring out something better in each other, where there is real compatibility and mutual respect and genuine affection. What the Lovers is telling me in the context of this reading is that what this person feels for you and wants to communicate to you is real love, not just infatuation or loneliness or nostalgia. The Lovers card represents authentic heart connection. So when they reach out saying, "I still love you," according to this card, they mean it genuinely. This is not someone playing with your emotions or trying to manipulate you. This is someone who has recognized that what they have with you or had with you is special and worth fighting for. But the Lovers is also about choices, and this is really important. In traditional tarot imagery, the Lovers often shows a figure who must make a choice between two paths or two people. And what this is highlighting for you, Taurus, is that when this person reaches out, you are going to have a choice to make. You are going to have to decide whether you want to open your heart to this person again, or whether you want to maintain your boundaries and keep them in the past. The Lovers does not make that choice for you. It simply shows you that there is a significant choice in front of you, and that choice will shape your romantic future. I am also picking up from the Lovers card that there is potential here for a really beautiful reunion if both people are willing to be vulnerable and authentic with each other. The Lovers is one of the most positive cards in the deck for romantic relationships. It suggests harmony, mutual attraction, aligned values, and deep connection on multiple levels. So if you do choose to explore reconnecting with this person, the Lovers indicates that there is real potential for something meaningful and fulfilling. But I want to circle back to the choice aspect because it is so important. The Lovers appearing in your reading means the universe is not forcing you into anything. You have free will here. Just because this person is going to reach out does not mean you have to respond. Just because they are going to confess their feelings does not mean you have to reciprocate. The Lovers honors your autonomy while also showing you the potential that exists if you choose to pursue it. The next card that came through is Three of Cups, and this brought such interesting energy to the reading because Three of Cups is typically about friendship, celebration, social connection, and joy. So what is this card doing in a reading about a romantic reconnection? Well, let me tell you what I am picking up because it is actually quite beautiful. The Three of Cups in this position is telling me that at the foundation of your connection with this person, there is genuine friendship. This is not just about physical attraction or superficial compatibility. You actually like each other as people. You enjoy each other's company. You have fun together. And this foundation of friendship is really important for any lasting romantic relationship. The Three of Cups suggests that if you do reconnect with this person, there will be joy and celebration in it. There will be laughter and lightness alongside the serious emotional conversations. I am also seeing the Three of Cups as representing celebration of the reconnection itself. This card shows three figures raising their cups in a toast, celebrating together. And I am picking up that if you and this person do decide to give things another chance, it is going to feel like coming home. There is going to be this sense of relief and happiness and celebration that you found your way back to each other. Friends and loved ones around you might celebrate with you too if they could see how happy this person made you in the past. The Three of Cups can also represent community support. And I am wondering if some of you watching this have mutual friends with this person, or if there are people in your life who have been rooting for you two to get back together. The Three of Cups sometimes shows up when there is social or communal energy around a relationship, when it is not just about two people in isolation, but about two people whose connection affects and involves others around them. But let me also give you another interpretation of the Three of Cups in this reading because cards can have multiple layers. The Three of Cups can sometimes represent someone who has been trying to find what they had with you in other connections. The Three Cups can represent three different people or multiple different social situations. And what I am picking up is that this person who is going to reach out to you has been socializing, maybe dating other people, trying to move on, going out with friends, staying busy. But despite all of that social activity represented by the Three of Cups, they have not been able to fill the void that losing you created. They have been surrounded by people, but feeling lonely because none of those people are you. This card is confirming what we saw earlier with the Devil card about obsessive attachment. This person has tried to move on, but they cannot because the connection with you was too significant. The Three of Cups shows them going through the motions of having a social life and trying to be happy, but underneath it all, they are missing what they had with you specifically. Now let me pull forward the next card because we are getting close to completing this picture. The Lovers appeared, which I already discussed, but let me talk about the next card, which is Page of Pentacles. This card brings such practical, grounded energy to the reading, and I think it is really important for balancing out some of the more emotional and intense cards we have seen. Page of Pentacles represents new beginnings in the material world, practical planning, and taking real steps towards goals. In the context of this reading about someone reaching out to you with a confession of love, the Page of Pentacles is telling me that this person is not just going to say pretty words, they are actually going to be willing to demonstrate their commitment through concrete actions. The Pentacles suit is the most grounded and practical suit in the tarot deck. It is about the physical, material world and tangible results. So the Page of Pentacles appearing here suggests that if you do reconnect with this person, they are going to show up differently than they did in the past. They are going to be more reliable, more consistent, more willing to do the actual work that relationships require. The Page of Pentacles is someone who is willing to learn and grow, who takes a studious approach to whatever they are pursuing. I am seeing this card as a really positive sign that this person has matured and is ready to approach a relationship with you from a more grounded, responsible place. They are not just caught up in feelings and nostalgia. They are actually thinking about how to build something real with you. The Page of Pentacles suggests they are willing to start fresh, to take things slowly if needed, to prove themselves through their actions over time. This card also represents opportunity and new potential in the material world. So I am picking up that reconnecting with this person could actually have positive, practical implications for your life. Maybe this person can support you in some concrete way, or maybe being with them opens up new opportunities for you in terms of where you live, what you do, or how you structure your life. The Page of Pentacles suggests that this reconnection is not just emotionally significant, but could also be beneficial in tangible, practical ways. The Page energy is also young and eager energy. This person is going to approach the reconnection with enthusiasm and a willingness to learn from past mistakes. They are going to be open to feedback and willing to put in effort to make things work. The Page of Pentacles is not jaded or cynical. This card suggests someone who still believes in the possibility of growth and improvement, and who is willing to invest their time and energy into creating something valuable with you. Now, I want to bring in the final card of this reading, which is the Hermit. The Hermit appeared as the concluding energy of this situation, and it brings such profound wisdom to everything we have been discussing. The Hermit represents introspection, soul-searching, inner wisdom, and the journey of self-discovery that happens in solitude. What the Hermit is telling me in this context is that the period of separation between you and this person has been a necessary time of individual growth and self-reflection for both of you. The Hermit is someone who withdraws from the world to seek truth and wisdom within themselves, and both you and this person reaching out to you have been on Hermit journeys during your time apart. This person has been in Hermit mode, doing deep self-reflection about who they are, what they want, what went wrong in your relationship, and what they need to change about themselves. The Hermit represents that internal work that people do when they are alone, when they are forced to confront their own patterns and behaviors without the distraction of a relationship. And what I am seeing is that this person has actually done that work. They have taken the time to look honestly at themselves and to grow. The Hermit is also significant because it suggests that when this person reaches out to you, they are going to have wisdom to share that they did not have before. They are going to be able to articulate things about themselves and the relationship that they could not articulate in the past because they had not done the inner work yet. The Hermit represents enlightenment and understanding that comes from introspection, so expect this person to have gained some real insights during your time apart. For you, Taurus, the Hermit is affirming that you too have been on a journey of self-discovery. You have learned things about yourself, about your needs, about your boundaries, about what you want in a partner and in life. The Hermit represents that solitary path of personal development and the wisdom you gain from it. And what this card is telling you is that both you and this person are coming back together as more evolved versions of yourselves if you choose to reconnect. The Hermit can also represent taking time before making a decision. Even though this person is going to reach out with urgent feelings and declarations, the Hermit is advising you that it is okay to take time to think about it. It is okay to go into your own Hermit mode after receiving their message, to sit with your feelings, to consult your inner wisdom before responding. Do not let anyone rush you into a decision that you are not ready to make. Finally, the Hermit suggests that whatever happens with this reconnection, both of you are on paths of spiritual and personal growth. Whether you end up back together or whether you ultimately decide to stay apart, the experience is serving your evolution. The Hermit is about the bigger picture of your soul's journey. And sometimes people come into our lives or come back into our lives to teach us something important about ourselves or to catalyze our growth in some way. So Taurus, let me bring all of these cards together into a cohesive message for you. What I am seeing in this reading is that someone from your past, someone you have significant history with, has been going through a profound internal journey regarding their feelings for you. They have been stuck in patterns of defensiveness and denial, represented by the Nine of Wands and the Devil, but they are reaching a breaking point where they cannot keep silent anymore. The Tower shows me that they are going to have a sudden moment of clarity where all their defenses crumble, and they see the truth, they still love you, and they need to tell you. This person is going to reach out to you with a message, shown by the Page of Swords, and it is going to come somewhat unexpectedly and from a place of nervous sincerity. They are going to tell you that they still love you and that they need to talk with you. Their reaching out is driven by genuine feelings, confirmed by the lovers, and by nostalgia for what you shared together, shown in the Six of Cups. There is real potential here for a meaningful reconnection if both people are willing to be authentic and vulnerable. But the reading is also giving you important guidance through the Queen of Swords. You need to maintain your clarity and your boundaries when this happens. You need to use both your heart and your head. You need to ask direct questions and expect honest answers. You get to take your time deciding what you want. The Three of Cups shows that there is potential for joy and celebration in this reconnection, and the Page of Pentacles suggests this person is ready to back up their words with consistent actions and practical commitment. The Hermit concludes the reading by acknowledging the growth you have both done during your separation and encouraging you to trust your inner wisdom as you navigate this situation. Whatever you decide, you are being guided towards your highest good. This contact is coming, Taurus. Someone is going to reach out and say those words that you maybe thought you would never hear from them again. And when that happens, you will have the wisdom and the awareness you need to make the right choice for yourself. Trust yourself, trust the journey, and know that whether you choose to reconnect or to let this person remain in your past, you are going to be okay because you have done the work on yourself and you know your worth.